guys, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. It is December 3rd. It is a Thursday, and there is some piping hot tea that just gave itself to me on Amy Duggar King, my girl, I love her, her Instagram page. And this is bubbling, like bubbling. You all know that I'm friends with Amy. You guys know I love her. You guys know I love 3130, which, by the way, if you want to support a small business owner who is rocking it and doing things her way and trying to make sure that she can support her family without her famous family, support Amy Duggar's shop down there in the link below. She sells super cute clothes. Okay, but before we get into any of that, I have so much to talk about, and I'm gonna drop a little bit of tea here that you haven't heard before. So do me a favor though, give this video a thumbs up. Also, subscribe down here if you haven't subscribed, and turn those notifications on so you know when I go live. All right, so you guys, I love AB King. You know I have a friendship with her. We have been friends, oh gosh, a year now, and she's been on the channel multiple times. We've done many live streams with her. We've had some jokes, some laughs. She is also stuck in an NDA, which makes it really, really hard for her to talk, and so is allegedly her mom. But I'm seeing these two ladies get a lot more brave lately, speaking out about their lives, speaking out about their experience. So a lot of you guys ask, what's the deal with this NDA? I don't have any specifics. All I can tell you is that anytime someone tries to leave a show on TLC, sometimes if people want to get out of contracts, the only way in which they can actually get out of contracts is if they agree to a non-disclosure agreement between the network or the people on the network, like the Duggars, and there's an agreement that, hey, you can leave as long as you don't say anything about anyone, ever. Now, John Gosselin's NDA was like 10 years, but rumor has it that the Duggars may have put Amy into an NDA for her life. Imagine that kind of control. Now, this is all alleged. I don't know if that's true. That's just what a little birdie has told me. So if you're in an NDA for your entire life and you have to pretend like you don't know your family, imagine that hypocrisy. Imagine your uncle being like, hey, you can't talk about me. I mean, seriously, that's probably what's happening allegedly. Well, Deana is his sister, and Deana is Amy's mom, and Deana is amazing. Now, Deana has not had an easy life. She has had her fair share of ups and downs. She came out of a relationship which Amy on Marriage Boot Camp described as toxic, and that her parents were they fought a lot and it wasn't good. And her mom and dad actually got married when she was older, and then they got divorced, but were together for a couple decades. And since leaving this relationship, Deana is now working with Amy, helping Amy, living with Amy, and also doing her best to support her daughter and support her daughter's goal and mission to make something for herself outside of this family. So imagine my surprise when I saw Deana showing up in the comments, who, by the way, you guys, Deana is a lovely woman. I've had an opportunity to speak with her multiple times. She has such a humongous heart. She is such a lovely human being. She and Amy are both wonderful people. It always makes me believe that just because you see someone on TV, it doesn't mean, or you have an image about who you think they are. Like, people always say that they're clout chasing the Duggars, or that, you know, Amy wants fame or whatever. And that's like the exact opposite experience as I've had with her and Deana. So when I saw Deana actually taking a moment to like use her voice to not only support Amy, but to sort of slam her brother, I was like, go girl. So here's what happened. Amy was on Instagram doing some donations, and here's the video.
It is so awesome to give whatever you can to help those less unfortunate. Homelessness right now is at an all-time high, and I love giving back to communities and to Fort Smith. I'm here in Fort Smith doing this. So it's just good to be a blessing if you can be in any kind of way. So we have there's deodorant, there's shampoo, there's combs, there's food. Daxy little booties that don't fit him anymore. I always try to fill this up when I come and get my hair done here in Fort Smith. And I just want to encourage you to do the same. However, it is so awesome.
So there's this blessing box that she can put stuff in, and she's donating things as she's getting her hair done, which is amazing. I love someone with a charitable heart. What she wrote underneath said this: be a blessing to somebody today. The best part is to do it anonymously. It's not about fame or popularity. It's not about being a giving person and helping those in need. I was thinking about Christmas, and I honestly don't need a thing, but just a bottle of shampoo can help someone feel good about themselves. I used to volunteer at a homeless shelter before Daxi, and I talked to so many people who might not have a house or a pillow to their name, but they loved to feel clean. Next thing I'm putting out here is winter jackets, beanies, and gloves. So obviously there was lots of comments which were, for the most part, very positive. There's always that naysayer that's like, why do you have to show everyone what you're doing? Can't you just give, But for the most part, people were cheering her on, which this is a highly, we have unemployment rates at such a skyrocketing level right now. There are so many people that need help that it's like, anyone that can use their platform to show others and demonstrate to others the gift of giving is so, in my opinion, a good person, because it's modeling to others, hey, this is important to give back. Now, some people the haters will say, you're just showing off so people know that you do things. But I say, no, she's leading by example. But it's what Deana said in the comments that made me want to give her a standing ovation. And this is what she said: I just want to say I'm proud of my daughter. Her heart is beautiful, and some reality show wanted to make her look like she was not capable of a lot of things. Let me get on my soapbox for a minute. Amy King is very capable. She cares about people, animals, and she loves to help others. Isn't this what this season is all about? I love this, Amy, and I will give some things too. And then she wrote, and she also cares deeply about babies and children. What I really liked about this was she said a reality show wanted to make her look like she was not capable of a lot of things. Why would a reality show want to or benefit from Amy not looking capable? Well, if you're in the Duggar world, women are not allowed to be capable of anything. Women are basically the uterus that is the vehicle for the world, for all of the blessings of children that they are supposed to have. They are supposed to stay home and, take care of their husbands and be submissive and joyfully available. And so when you have someone like Amy come onto the stage and she is accidentally, taken into the show because she happened to be at the house one day to pick up her grandma, and then producers meet her and they're like, whoa, this girl might be good, right? So imagine you have a girl that didn't grow up like the Duggars, related to the Duggars, looks like the Duggars, but not the Duggars, right? Okay. So Amy goes on this show and she is posed as the rebel, the one that is not making good choices, the one that is bad. And imagine what that can do to somebody's self-esteem. She wasn't doing anything that you and I in the normal world would do. Amy was living her life. Amy, for all intents and purposes, is a good human being. She has a business, she pays her taxes, she's a homeowner. She makes mistakes just like everyone else, but she also does a lot more good than bad. And if we look at the totality of her getting into this show at an impressionable time in her life when she was in her young adulthood, and then them making it seem like she was making bad choices, that has to have a lasting impact on somebody's self-esteem. And then you have family like the Duggars or Jim Bob, who, as Deana would say, doesn't want women to look capable because in their world, women are supposed to be subservient to men. And men are supposed to be the rulers. And if you watch Counting On, you'll know every single year it's the same thing. The women talk about how to raise children and the dads talk about how to babysit them. And they act like it's such a chore when they actually have to take care of their kids. And then you see the women always talking about cooking. And when the ladies sit around, it's talking about their next pregnancy or their child rearing. It's very 1950s, whereas the guys get to go eat their steaks and play basketball. It's like Leave It to Beaver, and without apple pie that makes you feel good. It makes you wonder, why are we still in this situation in 2020? So I am proud of Deana for using her voice, because I know that these ladies are not able to speak out and they're going to find ways to get around that NDA as much as possible to speak out. And you know that they have things that they like want to probably blow up about the Duggars, and they simply can't. And so we're going to have to just wait little by little to see more and more as it comes out. But right now, Deana is saying, shame on you for making my daughter look incapable, because my daughter's good, she's worth it, she's smart, and she's capable. So what are your thoughts about all of this? Tell me in the comments below. Bye, guys.